Crop production management. In order to improve and manage our crop production system, we have to focus on cheaper and farmer-friendly approaches, as there is a direct correlationship between higher yields and input applications. Successful crop production depends on understanding how crops develop and grow, how various factors affect the growth and development of crops, and how each factor can be modified and managed. Approaches for crop production are nutrient management, irrigation, and cropping patterns. Nutrient management. Plant nutrients are mineral elements needed by plants for their growth, development, and maintenance. Plants absorb a large number of nutrients from soil. Besides water and air, only 16 elements are essential nutrients for plants. They include carbon, iron, hydrogen, manganese, oxygen, phosphorus, nitrogen, zinc, copper, potassium, etc. Sources of plant nutrients. The plants obtain their nutrients mainly from the soil. Out of the total 16 nutrients, as many as 13 are absorbed from the soil. Carbon and oxygen are obtained from air. Hydrogen is obtained from water. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and all other essential nutrients are obtained from soil. What are the characteristics of an essential plant nutrient? In the absence of such an element, the plant cannot complete its life cycle. Such an element must have a direct influence on plant nutrition and metabolism. Some mineral elements are required by the plants in large amounts, whereas others are needed in very small amounts. So, on the basis of quantities required, the various mineral elements have been grouped under two headings: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients. The mineral elements which are required by the plants in large quantities are called macronutrients. Example: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. Micronutrients. The mineral elements that are required by plants in small quantities are called micronutrients. Example: iron, manganese, copper, zinc, boron, etc. The most important plant nutrients or mineral elements required for growth are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, or commonly referred to as NPK. Deficiency of these nutrients affects physiological processes in plants as well as their production, growth and susceptibility to diseases. The soil can be enriched by adding manures and fertilizers. Manure is a mixture of various decomposed organic substances like dead leaves, garbage, agricultural waste, animal dung, crop residue, etc. The decomposition is brought about by the action of microbes, as they contain plenty of organic compounds and almost all essential elements required by the plants. There are two types of manure mainly. Compost. The process is termed as composting and it is prepared by degrading the dung of farm animals, crop residues, farm waste and other organic debris in specially designed pits, or the degrading material is covered by mud pack to prevent water logging during rainy season. It takes about 6 to 8 months to prepare the compost. Also, we can use earthworms for compost preparation, and it is referred to as vermicompost. Green manure. To prepare green manure, many leguminous and non-leguminous crops are grown in the field and plowed back into the soil while they are still green and young. This practice is done for nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, sulfur and other mineral enrichment of the soil. The complex organic matter in the plants is decomposed by the action of microorganisms. Apart from supplying nutritional requirements, it reduces alkalinity and prevents soil erosion also. Advantages of manure. Manures enrich the soil with nutrients. Manure increases the fertility and productivity of crops. Manures can be recycled and they do not cause pollution. Being rich in organic matter, manures improve soil texture and soil aeration. The water holding capacity in the case of sandy soils and drainage in clay soil is increased. Disadvantages of manure. Manures are not nutrient specific. For this reason, manures are not of much help when a specific nutrient is required for the particular crop. Manures are bulky, so it's not convenient to store and transport manures. Fertilizers. These are commercially manufactured inorganic salts or an organic compound containing one or more essential plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus or potassium, which are used for increasing soil fertility. Fertilizers usually contain higher amounts of nutrients than the manures, hence required in smaller amounts. They should be carefully applied to the plants in terms of dosage, timing with regular intervals. Fertilizers are nutrient specific, that is, they supply only one or more specific nutrients. Fertilizers are manufactured commercially from chemicals and are marked in concentrated form. They are easy to store and transport. Being soluble in water, they are easily absorbed by the plants. Fertilizers are classified based on concentration of primary plant nutrients. They can be divided into three main categories. Nitrogenous fertilizers. Fertilizers containing nitrogen as a primary nutrient. Example, urea, ammonium chloride, etc. Phosphatic fertilizers. They contain phosphorus as the primary nutrient. Example, ammonium phosphate, aluminium phosphate, etc. Potassic fertilizers. Here the primary nutrient is potassium. Example, potassium chloride and potassium sulfide. Advantages of using fertilizers. They enhances good vegetative growth to make the plants healthy. They are nutrient specific. Fertilizers ensure higher yield compared to other supplements. Disadvantages of using fertilizers. Continuous use of fertilizers in an area can destroy soil fertility because the organic matter in the soil is not replenished. The microbes present in the soil gets harmed by continuous use of chemical fertilizers. Fertilizers give short-term benefits as they slowly degrade the soil texture. Biofertilizers. Biofertilizers are fertilizers made of microorganisms like bacteria, algae and fungi, used singly or in a combination to enrich the soil fertility. Examples include legumes, azolla, cyanobacteria, mycorrhiza. Organic farming. Modern agricultural production enormously uses chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides. These agricultural chemicals are not always beneficial to mankind as they cause some deteriorating effects on the environment and ecological stability. Organic farming is a farming system with minimal or no use of chemicals. In this type of farming, the use of organic manures and fertilizers are recommended. The organic manures help in recycling of farm waste. Biofertilizers are also harmless as they bring out nutrient enrichment in the soil and they maximize the ecological benefits and minimize environmental hazards.